SJWs Get Owned compilation.
Pwned.
What is good? Welcome back to the Flawdcast. I am your boy Flawdzilla, and I'm here with my lovely co-host Mozilla.
What up, y'all?
This is the last normal place on the internet, and we are glad that you could be here with us today, and you will be too. Now, without further ado, let's get into this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever we drop.
Flawd's booty.
So yeah, like we said before, this video is SJW's Getting Owned compilation part 2. Obviously, a reaction to that. So this is part 2 because we did part 1 and technical difficulties again. You know?
You live and you learn.
We literally recorded the entire thing and had our mics on mute. So we're just like
laughing hysterically. It was such a good video.
It was a great video.
It was so good.
But we're genuine.
But that's all right.
You know, the reaction is the reaction. We messed it up, so we ain't gonna dwell, you know, we're just gonna keep it pushing. Keep it pushing. So yeah. Like I said, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so we notify whenever we drop.
Flawd's booty. I'm saying it every time.
Let's get into this thing, man.
Spaghetti.
Alright. Already, look at this bitch.
Yo, that's a perfect drawing.
Yeah, that's true. That is absolutely true. I know a few. She looks like the fish from SpongeBob. With the pickles under his tongue.
Yes. Still no pickles.
All right. Now, let's go.
You know that less than 10% of rapes are actually reported. Okay, where's that? The cops. Where's that? It's from all of the women's organizations. You can look it up online. You can find it through the socialized organizations that study rape. I participate with an organization that works as a rape crisis center. We base that on the number of calls. The police know based on the unofficial reports, the third-party reporting, and the direct...
Okay, fuck all that, right? Like, why? I don't understand. If you're so hype to yell out this stat of unreported rapes, why not just report them?
I can't even like.
It's just the most like I never heard of like I'm gonna purposely not report and then brag about not reporting in order to get my way in the future. Like I don't understand how this whole thing works.
Because
we all know crimes. We all know you report them.
Yeah.
Like that's how you have something. So you're gonna say blatantly fuck having something done about it and then be like, you guys did nothing about it.
So how are how are people supposed to do anything about it?
Not saying that there's not scared people, you know what I'm saying, whatever, but I don't know what to tell you.
Me either. And that's what I don't understand is
I can't sit here and, you know what I'm saying?
People, if somebody robs a store or murders somebody even, and like nobody, well, I guess not murders, but like if somebody commits a crime and it goes unreported and nobody knows about it, how do you expect
how do you solve
it to be solved? Exactly.
And
how does it happen?
And
I don't understand.
But it's not a murder because you know when a murder happens.
Yes,
but
the person's gone.
If it's something that there's like, you won't know there's a victim unless the victim says they're a victim. Yeah. If it's a crime like that, how can you be mad at people who don't know about the crime? Yeah. How can you throw that back in the person's face as if it's their fault that you didn't report it? All right, you didn't report it, you were a victim. But imagine, you think that's only happening to women? You think women are the only people who are being like actually assaulted and not able to report or whatever? If it's happening, then it's happening. Like, and again, report it.
And I understand children's a completely different story. Yeah, children's
a completely different story.
But like you know what happens, you know the law, you know how police work, you know how like we know how things work, you know?
And like what are you supposed to do besides solve it? If you know who the person is, all you can do is report it to get that crime solved.
Yes. Yep.
So if you don't report it, you're why that person is walking around.
Yeah.
And I don't, like, they always say, oh, fear of, like, losing their job, like the person was in power and da-da-da-da. But, like, no. People, that's still not an excuse to me. That's not an excuse to purposely make it, not purposely, because you obviously didn't ask to be great. But if it happens and you don't say something about it, then you're making yourself a unknowing victim. Like, and then you're going to have a problem with people for not knowing.
Yes.
And try to act like it's all the men in the world.
Yep.
On top of it, when majority of men I know aren't rapists and they're not okay with rapists.
Absolutely not.
And you can claim like, oh, da-da-da. Like, even with the people who are that we don't know about, still the majority of niggas that I know aren't.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Statistically.
No.
This is just such a crazy situation to me. Yeah. Because it's like you're trying to make everybody the issue in a situation when there's really one issue, which is the grapists.
Yep,
You
absolutely.
know what I'm saying? And regardless, it's illegal already. So what are you doing? How does trying to turn everybody who is like report the shit? Everybody who's like trying to tell you
they have a problem with it too.
That has an issue with it. Yeah, everyone has it. Yeah, how are you trying to make them seem like they are the problem here?
Yeah,
when the problem is going unreported. That's the problem. Like,
that's definitely a problem. That's part of a problem.
Yeah.
Because you could help it by saying no, this isn't okay.
Report it.
There's like plenty.
That's the only thing I could say.
A lot of people, you'll get a lot of support.
Yeah, but they act like they won't. That's the thing. Like it's just such a, and like we say this because there's so many women out here who lie.
I was just gonna
lie about this situation just to ruin men's lives.
Yep. And that's like you said, we can speak on this because we've witnessed it.
Yes, multiple times.
Times.
And it doesn't matter. We can speak on this, period. There's something in this world where it's like, if you have an opinion, you're not allowed to say it if there's a victim of the thing you're talking about. But there's victims of a lot of different things. I'm a victim of things. Everyone's a victim. But like it doesn't matter because the discussions have to be had because these are actual possibilities, and it's not fair to not treat it like you can't treat it like it's a one-sided situation when everything is a complex situation. So just destroying the conversation about something is never going to help. You just want your way, is what you're saying. And your way is not the right way if you don't know. Like you can't hold. It has to be fair. It has to be fair. Yeah. You don't report it, that's on you. You can't, because there's girls out here reporting it on dudes who didn't do anything, and those dudes get their lives ruined.
Yep.
Like, I'm not about to feel bad when there's so many. This is such a complex situation. It's not that I'm not about to feel bad, but I'm not about to give people special treatment because they're victims of a situation when there's victims on the other side too
that aren't.
Yes, that no one cares about.
Yeah.
Like, you just don't even. Well, that's just you're just
put in a bad situation.
Yeah, like
no.
It's not fair for girls to be able to report a man for something they didn't do and then not get in trouble for it.
Yeah.
But you want every man to get in trouble when every man isn't a rapist. You know what I'm saying? Like, it does not make any sense. I'm not about to stand up for your side when you're not standing up for my side. Like, bro, someone has to fight for this side. You can fight for that. I'm not saying you're wrong for fighting for your side, but I'm not about to sit here and just jump on your side when you're not even trying to see my side. Fuck that.
You got a middle ground balance.
Yeah, exactly. That's why.
That's the problem.
I have to always speak up in these situations because they act like you are like you like grape or something if you stand up. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Stand up for the other side.
Okay.
Like, no one likes grape, but the conversation has to be had and someone has to have it. If you're going to make me look like a bad guy because of it, it is what it is.
So
but I have daughters, I have sisters, I have a mother, I have all these women in my life, and they all have me in their life, and they agree with what I'm saying.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So anyone who's trying to not have this conversation is purposely trying to benefit. You know what I'm saying? Selfishly. They're trying to selfishly benefit from this situation because why wouldn't you want it to be equal and fair? You know, it is what it is. You don't get special treatment in America. This is America. Fair. But they do get special treatment because still, you can, if you lie about a crime, it is illegal. But a girl who lies about this, I've yet to see a woman really get in trouble for this.
And many other things that can ruin a man's life.
So many different things that, like, the court gets held in public opinion. It doesn't actually get held in court. You know what I'm saying? You can get found not guilty, and because of the way this world looks at the situation, because they cancel any other conversation about it, there's so many people out here who just jump on automatically, like, cancel this person because this dude is before you have any proof, before you have anything. Because if you don't, then you must be like for assault and rape. You know what I'm saying? Like, it literally just doesn't make sense, and it's not fair. It's really not fair. And I want to see women do time for lying about these things.
Yeah, it's not, and that's the thing. If women are start to be held accountable and go to prison and jail and have the law work against them, then they would do it less.
Yes.
Or hopefully
they have incentive to do it because they're not going to get in trouble. It's crazy. It's crazy. So many young little girls ruining young little men's lives because they're not emotionally mature and are fucking incentivized to do this type of shit when they don't get their way.
It's so crazy.
It's disgusting. It seems like it's on purpose, because how is this fair?
Absolutely.
You know? But yeah, let's continue. I feel very strongly about that. That triggers me so much.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, this girl's running down this whole list. She just doesn't see it from any type of logical side. You know what I'm saying? These girls are marching, like, probably because they're all victims. But if you're a victim, shouldn't you be empathetic to other type of victims? You know what I'm saying? Like, the victims who are being falsely accused and shit like that.
Yes.
Bring that up. Fight just as hard for that situation as you are for this situation. Put it all in the same situation, because it all has to do with the same thing. And maybe you'll get somewhere.
Yeah.
If you have this conversation. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you will actually get somewhere. But no, they want attention, and they want people to just ride their train without any type of accountability, without any type of logic. They just want their way. And then they say it's the patriarchy. Like, get out of here. Then why ain't girls going to jail when they ruin young men's lives? Fuck out of here. You should get as much time as that man would if he got found guilty.
Yeah.
Or close to, at least. You know?
Direct reports. This is not a secret. No, based on the unofficial reports, the third-party reporting, and the direct reports, this is not a secret that about 10% of rapes are reported.
So how do you know 10% of rapes are reported if the others aren't?
Because those people call the women's centers, they ask for help, they seek medical attention.
So they are reported.
So they report it.
I do agree that there is stigma that I have to deal with.
We talked about that before.
It's weird how that works.
We're like, how do you
know about unreported?
Yes. How do you know how many unreported rapes there are if they're not reported? Are not reported. It doesn't. It's
so there's so many, but these girls are so afraid that they're walking around telling everyone except for the police.
Yes.
That's weird how that works.
Yeah. So you don't know. We really do not know idea. This is just the number of unreported.
The reason that things like that can be said and then are regurgitated so many times is because it's hard to fight against when they shame you for being logical. It's hard to argue against it because they shame you. For so long, this has been happening. Yeah. You get shamed for being logical.
Feelings over facts.
Facts over feelings. But they have feelings over facts. Yeah, exactly. What was that?
Because I was trying
You said you went F for so long there.
Because I was trying to say, I was like, do I do facts over feelings or feelings over facts?
Yep. You should have facts over feelings because you basically just took someone else's shit.
But they do feelings over facts.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yeah.
That is a fact. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. And like I said, the only reason that type of shit is allowed is because of the shaming tactics that they use against men since feminism was fucking brought into,
legit.
You know what I'm saying, existence. Third wave feminism especially. Let's continue though.
Deal with because I am
reported.
I do agree that there is stigma that I have to deal with because I am fat, but I'm actually really in celebration of my body. I find beauty in diversity. I think we come in all shapes and sizes.
False.
And the assumption that we've dealt with a lot.
Her face
already.
Her face says that she's lying. The way that she's saying this, first of all, it sounds super rehearsed. It doesn't sound genuine. It sounds like, just like everything else in this country, bullshit.
Attention.
So they are reported.
I do agree that there is stigma that I have to deal with because I am fat, but I'm actually really in celebration of my body. I find beauty in diversity. I think we come in all shapes and sizes. And the assumption that we've dealt with a lot on this show is that just because you're obese, you must overeat. You must have an eating disorder. I know that not to be the case. I know you can have a healthy relationship.
Now, Mimi, you say this is misleading.
Bitch is bugging. Hold on, you had something to say?
There's like, again, I'm still considered overweight to health wise, but I was way heavier than I am right now.
Yep.
And no, there's no way that you are happy with your body.
You can tell that she's not.
You can tell. You can.
She's just
you
saying
can
it
say it till you're fucking blue in the face, but no, you're not, because you already don't feel good when you're overweight. You can't do anything.
Sure can't.
You can't. You don't feel good. So, okay, and you do eat. You definitely you
How the fuck
eat.
you get that big?
Yes, and you probably have so many medical problems now.
Yes, you're not healthy. I know that.
You're definitely not
you're
healthy.
You're building up on the medical problems.
No, and that is not okay to be preaching to people,
not.
especially
it's
children.
Disgusting.
Because now, kids should not grow up thinking that that's okay, because you're not going to live a healthy life.
You're not.
And these kids should be wanting to be healthy. That's it.
Not but this
even
is what
skinny,
it seems like. They're
healthy.
trying to destroy shit, bro.
It's insane.
Because there's no backing for what they say.
No.
And they claim it's to help people's mental health. They're basically saying you have to lie to them and let them live in their own fantasy world in order to encourage mental health.
That's an oxymoron.
Yes, it does not make any sense.
Mental health and physical health are these. You have to have. They work with each other, man.
They go together.
You're in one body,
and that's clear. I'm actually okay with the way I am. That's why you look like that. That's why you are the way you are. There's issues up here and down here, bro.
Absolutely.
That's what that means. You gotta get better, bro.
Yep. And if she were to sit there and acknowledge that, then
she wants people to enable her.
Exactly, and just be okay with that. But if you were to sit there and say, no, I have mental problems, I'm not happy, then you can get some help and get better.
Imagine how much further you would get if you're just honest with yourself. Real. Crazy. And I understand it's hard to be honest with yourself, but when it's like that, no. You know.
Yes.
That it's not okay and you're not healthy. And you absolutely know that, and it's fucked up that you want people to lie to you.
Yep. Should not be promoting it.
No, absolutely not.
Well, I certainly think that we all want to feel good about ourselves. That's understandable. I don't think people should feel demeaned by their size. And I also couldn't agree more with the message of daily exercise. No matter what size you are, you'll certainly benefit from daily exercise. You can't be healthy without that.
Yeah.
But then let's talk about where we disagree. Look, if you want to feel good about yourself, it's impossible to feel good about yourself when you're doing something that's self-destructive.
Yes.
Yep.
Also, self-destructive behaviors that result in damage or debilitation or even disfigurement to the body, that's never going to be perceived as beautiful.
Ever.
The thing is that I think that the HAES approach, the health at every size approach, has been documented to work. And it's been documented to work year after year.
What do you mean work?
What is working?
What do you mean work? Because a health at every size is a lie. If you starve yourself into damage, that's unhealthy. Or if you eat yourself into damage, that's not healthy.
You're making a lot of assumptions.
That's just not.
Here,
that's
what
not
assumption is she making?
That's like saying that.
Weight
let's say you were a smoker. Let's say you're a smoker and have black lungs, and you try to say that's healthy because you don't have cancer yet. We know that it is actually factual that obesity is dangerous, and it's connected to cancer, stroke, Alzheimer's. We even know it's connected to an increase in birth defects. So there's nothing left to debate.
Mimi?
It's not beautiful. It's not healthy.
Hold up.
She's 100% right.
She absolutely is. And did you hear what she was saying?
She was laughing. She
said, "You're making a lot of assumptions. You're making a lot of assumptions." What assumptions got made?
What? Literally.
She didn't make not one assumption.
She was facts. That's all she was saying.
All she said was it's not healthy.
That's it.
She said health at every size is a lie because what if you starve yourself to get skinny, or what if you overeat to get big? That it's not healthy. Either one of those things are not healthy. Just because you look like you're healthy and maybe you're not you don't have that disease yet, but you're working on it by fucking living the way you're living. That's the issue.
And I'm glad that
you're gonna bring on the issues.
Exactly.
No one knows exactly how long it takes to get these diseases and how long. Everyone's different in that situation. So I guess You're healthy at every size if you start working out now, whatever size you are.
Yes.
If you start working out and doing the right thing, you can be healthy.
You're
at
becoming
every size.
healthy.
Exactly. You can live healthy at every size.
Yeah, but I'm glad she went.
But the healthier you live, the more in shape you get magically.
Exactly.
It's weird.
Exactly.
It's weird.
And I'm glad that when she gave an example, she didn't go to a heavier side. She went, if you're anorexic or bulimic or whatever, if you're skinny, you could be just as unhealthy as an overweight person.
Facts.
You know, it's all about your intake and your daily.
How you live.
Yes.
But like I said, you could be any size and be not have the diseases and shit, right? But be working towards those diseases. But with the healthier you live, the more in shape you get.
Yes.
For a reason.
Yeah.
That's weird.
Yep.
Is that not like you can, if you're fat and you eat unhealthy and all that, you will stay that size or whatever.
Yeah.
But if you get healthy, if you try to live healthy, do the things that are known to be healthy, you lose weight. If you're big,
stuff happens to your body.
You get muscular. You have all these things. Yeah, your body just starts getting healthier. That's weird how that works.
It's like, it's so obvious.
So is it really healthy at every size? Healthy at every size? No. You can start to live healthier.
Exactly.
At every size,
and that's the thing. I understand. Like, don't treat people like shit. That's it.
Yeah, I'm not treating nobody like shit. But honesty is honesty and lies are lies. That's the thing. That's what they want. They want you to lie to them.
Yes.
And they're trying to act like lying is hateful. I mean, they're trying to act like being truthful is hateful.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not.
Far from it.
But I do agree that you can't, if there's a fat person walking down the street, an overweight person, you don't walk up to him and say, hey, lose weight or you're going to die, bro.
Yeah.
You don't know. Like,
that's a time and place.
Yeah. You can't just offer up truth to everyone whenever you want to. No. You know what I'm saying? If someone asks you though, if someone asks you, then you could be honest. You know what I'm saying? If you're someone's friend, then you can be honest with them.
Yeah.
If
you're a doctor,
if you're a doctor, you can be honest with them. But yeah, you don't need to be walking down the street calling fat people fat, like being rude to people and shit like that. I do fully agree with that.
Yeah,
I absolutely agree with that. You don't need to be bringing attention to people's fucking unhealthiness and shit like that for no reason. They know what they are. But if someone's delusional and trying to actually sit there and tell you something that you know is not true, then then
impose
you
on
can be
me?
Truthful, yes, or impose on you, yes. That 100%, I do agree with that. Like I roast people on this channel all the time, but I would never actually go and try to hurt someone's feelings out in the world. Absolutely wouldn't.
No, we're against that.
Yep, truth. Let's go.
$15 an hour, first of all.
Left to debate. Mimi? It's not beautiful. It's not healthy.
Well, $15 an hour, first of all, as we said, it's not enough of a wage, but it is a substantial improvement. And this is
my bad. I was making fun of her accent. First of all.
Stupid.
My bad. Again, roasting for no reason. Sorry.
Not enough of a wage.
Not healthy.
Well, $15 an hour, first of all, as we said, it's not enough of a wage, but it is a substantial improvement. And this is what workers have put forward. Fast food workers themselves courageously took their lives into their own hands, walked out of their jobs in a one-day strike in New York City, and demanded $15 an hour.
That's courageous.
And that is the first step, because the economy is not going to remain static.
Walk out of McDonald's.
We have to fight for affordable housing. We have to fight for better services in terms of mass transit, education, healthcare.
Okay, hold on.
He's about to go in.
I just want to say, why you're fighting? You're saying you want to fight for like affordable. Like it's regular people who are setting these prices forward, who are giving these prices, so then they can stay in business. You know what I'm saying? Like all this shit is taken into consideration so they can make a profit for their company that they created to make a profit, but also so they can keep it
afloat.
Give people jobs and be able to. You don't know what they have planned in the future, years from now, why they're charging what they're charging. Like there's so much. Like it's
easier said than
when
done.
you start a company and you have to set prices to make a profit, you would understand too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Everything. It's what it is, you know? Affordable, like, life is life, bro. Life is life. Get a better job.
Doesn't always mean...
You don't deserve affordable with someone else's shit. You can afford what you can afford, and you can't what you can't. I do, but, like, there should be places for people to be able to live. I understand that. But like walking out of your job and saying that's brave. That's not trying to put your company that gave you a job, that hired you. You went and got that job knowing what the price was. You agreed to have that job. You could have walked away and went to a different job because they asked you right when you started the interview, is this good? And then you could say no and leave. But you didn't. You took the job.
Yeah, and then they give you a 90-day or a 30, 60-day review and ask if you're happy or if you want more.
Hold on.
Sorry.
Hold on. So they ask you in the beginning when you go in there if this is okay. You say yes or no. You could leave if you didn't like it, but you said yes. You took the job, and they gave you that job, which means they gave you an opportunity to make money.
Yep.
Now, like, how can you complain after that? You think it's brave to tell them, yes, I agree to that amount of money, and then leave and put them in a position?
Legit.
Now they can't run their business when they took a chance on you and gave you the job?
Yep.
Like, bro, it's just like such an entitled culture that we live in. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Like, I understand you want to make more money. Put that effort forth. And do what you got to do to make more money. And I don't want to hear drug dealing and all that, because people come from the bottom all the time with an idea.
Yes.
Fucking be American. Use that American dream to your advantage, bro. You know, it's just so selfish how
it is.
They're brave. They took their life into their own hands and walked out of their job and demanded more money. Like,
and now what?
Double the money, actually. Like, god damn.
And then if somebody else
you're hijacking your company.
If somebody else goes and takes that job for the less money, now what?
That company's a piece of shit for
after you just walked out.
Not giving in to your demands and finding someone else who would take the job, who needs a job. Because that's all a job is. There's a lot of different jobs with a lot of different pay scales.
There is. And
if you can't get that job with that higher pay scale, do what you have to do to get that job with that higher pay.
Exactly. There's a reason why somebody else has that job with the higher pay.
But that job is there, though.
Yeah.
The job is there for you to take, for you to get.
Absolutely.
If you have what it takes to get that job, someone's going to get that job. Like, it is what it is. Work for that job. If you want that job, work for that job. Make them need you. You don't fucking walk out of it doesn't make any sense, bro. It doesn't. Let's continue, though.
And that is why we have to also talk about taxing the super wealthy and big corporations.
Well, I mean, of course, one government policy leads to the next. If you raise the minimum wage, then it's going to raise the rents. When it raises the rents, you're going to have to build affordable housing. When you have to build affordable housing, you have to tax people to build the affordable housing. When you tax people to build the affordable housing, people move out of the city, and you have to raise taxes on the people who remain in the city, and this is how you hollow out the economy of a major metropolitan area in the United States.
That's exactly what it is. That's what I was saying from the jump. Well, kind of what I was saying from the jump.
Legit.
Where it's you're saying affordable housing. You don't deserve affordable. These people set the price at what they set it at so they can make a profit from their company,
and keep
from
the economy
what they
going.
own. You know what I'm saying? Everyone is trying. Everyone at every level is trying to make a profit, including you at the bottom, who, if you were making profit, would you be complaining?
Straight up.
No, because you would be making profit. So it's just because you're not making it that you're complaining. Okay, I get it. It's selfishness. It's not really caring about the world. It's caring about you. Okay. And this person, just like the people who fight for those type of things, they're either ignorant or they have an ulterior motive, I feel like. Like the people who aren't poor and are sitting there acting like they're fighting for the poor when they're just telling the poor that they're victims and deserve other people's shit from other people's effort.
While
like,
you're sitting
you think
there
you're helping?
For real, literally.
It's disgusting. You clearly have an ulterior motive. No one's stupid. Well, actually, a lot of people are stupid, but I'm not. I see what the fuck is happening. Call me whatever you want, nigga. I'm not dumb. I see what is happening.
Straight up.
Y'all are trying to make marginalized groups and minorities fucking live off of you. Live off of the tit of the government so then you can turn it into a goddamn communist country.
Mm-hmm.
Socialist, communist, fascist, whatever the fuck you want it to be. I don't know all the names of all the different types of fucking societies and civilizations, but I do know y'all want. Yeah.
It ain't right.
It ain't. I don't do socialism, bro.
There's a very thick line between being politically incorrect and being racist. And words matter. So when a community of people that has been perpetually marginalized at institutions across America over history feels offended, we should acknowledge that. And I think that these protests are a reflection of a community of minorities that feel unacknowledged and not respected. And so, Ben, I read your article today,
and I was
shocked by the language you used. You were saying that it's time for the right
call the police
to
right now.
fight. Yeah. No, but you read his column.
Evidence. All this is screaming and feelings. How about like a shred of evidence, even for the incidents that actually happened in Missouri that drove this? Really? Where was the police report exactly when it came to, for example, the first N-word incident that led all of this? There was no police report on any of that. In the second incident, at the N-word at the University of Missouri, the administration investigated, and the kid's under investigation. In the third incident with the cop car, with the car hitting the
Let me just ask you this, because we're short on time. You tell me, Namiki, whether we are training these kids to be little cupcakes who never have to encounter anything offensive. Assuming everything you said is offensive, they never have to encounter it because they can call the cops or they can get their administrators fired. Exactly. Or whether it's better to educate them that there are offensive things in life.
The world ain't fair.
There are insulting things in life.
Yes,
there are people who will say very incorrect or impolite things about you, politically incorrect things about you, very publicly, and in a way that you might feel very offended by. And you have to deal with that in life.
I think people understand that, but I think that, this is a blame the victim situation. We should be ridding the world of bigotry. We should be talking about that rather than blaming it on the victim.
You call a person who heard some words a victim, you're a fucking idiot.
That is disrespectful to real victims.
You're an idiot.
Because you're sitting there talking shit. Telling me
what if I was offended by what you hear?
Exactly.
Yes. What if I'm offended by what you say?
So now I'm a victim.
I'm a victim now. Yeah. So now you have to
Legit.
by your logic, suck my dick and kiss my feet.
Legit. Let the victims be victims.
For real, bro.
God.
Like, it just, and it's not even it's the way that they're changing language, bro. From this is how this has all been started. They just shifting the language a little bit, like ridiculously, and then people start really being like, oh yeah, that kind of makes. Oh, okay, yeah, that makes a little bit of sense. Like, and then it's just like now it's just turned into a big ass snowball of like changing the definition of everything because people don't know how shit works.
Exactly.
They don't believe that the world is fair, and the world is not fair for them because they're not getting their way. But they don't understand. There's no one in this world getting their way.
She said there's a thin line between politically incorrect.
She said thick line.
She said thick?
Yeah, I don't know why.
Between politically incorrect and racism.
Yeah, but
Oh, I thought she said thin. I was gonna say,
but I think she meant thin,
right there,
but she said
about
thick.
that. Well, she was like, that's right there teaching people like
between politically incorrect and racism. Is that what she said?
Yeah, that there's a thin line. Like, no, that's like teaching people like, okay, this pretty much the same thing when you say that, but it's not.
But she said thick, but I think she meant thin.
There's a very thick line between.
Oh wow, stupid bitch.
She's a retard.
I would have cut her off right there.
Yeah, she's a fucking retard. But this is. I'm so sick of. Look at her face. Let me take that screenshot for the thumbnail.
Yeah, because everyone looks good except for her.
Yeah. These people are like out of control, bro. They don't want to hear anything wrong. They don't want to hear anything they don't like, which is exactly what I was just saying. Like anything that goes against what they feel or their beliefs is attacking them. It's literally attacking them. She said blaming the victims. So because someone said nigga and black people had to hear it, now they're victims. Bro, if that's the case, like anything like that, every child is a victim of their goddamn black parent because black parents talk crazy to their kids, bro. They talk crazy to their kids. Like then black kids were victims all the time, but what are you going to say then? It's racism, and like then you're walking a thin line there. You know what I'm saying?
No, a thick one.
A thick one. But it's the thing, like they're fighting. They don't even know what they're fighting for.
No.
They don't even know what they're fighting for. Can't even like have a black person next to you, lady, before you sit there and just start fighting for black people.
Literally, and then you're sitting there like, words are important. Like, bitch, then why take your own advice? You're spitting all this stupid word. You're not even talking real, like legit. You're using stupid words. You're not using your words correctly.
Stupid rhetoric that you've heard before.
For real. Take your own advice, lady.
It's ridiculous.
Okay, I gotta go.
These are the people that believe memes.
Get off my show,
Can you
bitch.
explain to me why in Chicago during Father's Day weekend, 13 people were killed, 53 were injured by guns when they have some of the strongest gun laws in America? Can you explain that to me?
They don't have strong gun laws in America because any idiot can buy a gun.
In Chicago.
Any idiot can buy a gun from a gun show or on the internet. And
Shut up.
They can buy it illegally as well when they're banned.
Like criminals.
Not if you have background checks and not if you have.
Is this nigga stupid? She said if you're a criminal, you can buy them. Not if you have background checks. Yeah, criminals are buying
legally when they're banned.
Criminals are using background checks to sell other criminals weapons. You're
Legit.
right. You're right. Oh my God. It's fucking stupid. Like, that negates their entire argument, but they still make this argument. Mm-hmm. Like, when you say, do criminals use these ways that you are saying are gonna, like, all these gun laws that you put in place, are criminals gonna abide by them? No, only law-abiding citizens will abide by them, and then you're putting them in danger because criminals gonna have all of the fucking weapons.
Guns.
Like, it's crazy. How stupid do you sound?
That's like a first grade argument.
That's what I'm saying.
That is like insane.
That argument is dead, and they still come with it.
I remember
the left is so wild sometimes.
I literally used to argue my friends this in 6th grade, 7th grade.
Yes.
Like, yo, my friends used to, and I'd be like, you guys
the criminals do not abide by these laws you're trying to put in place. Who is it? Who are you really trying to help? You're trying to help the criminals commit crimes easier.
Yep.
It's crazy. You're trying to make people more. You're trying to create more victims out of law-abiding citizens. It's fucked. Like, actual victims.
For real.
Victims of violent crime.
Saying they can.
Not if you have background checks, and not if you have.
I'm saying they can buy it illegally. They can buy it illegally.
Is he serious?
Is he serious? This is precisely why you and the Libertarian Party in Canada and the Libertarian Party in America have no credibility. You are completely disregarded as a political force.
These are personal attacks.
Is this dude serious?
He's a disgusting.
There's a group of women that were here, and
he's disgusting. He's a grown ass man. Disgusting. Bye.
Bro, I thought he was gonna say something with some substance.
Nope. No.
Bro.
Like, get out of here, bitch.
I'm nauseous now.
Yeah.
This is like some of the How do you even feel comfortable making that argument?
Yo, that's
This nigga said, all he said was nah. She made a great point. This nigga said, no. This is why you're disregarded. Like, what?
Literally.
You're a fascist.
Yep. That's
you
why
sound
she was
crazy.
like, those are personal attacks. That's where you go
ad
to
hominem
automatically.
Ad hominem every time. Every single time. They could never, ever, ever have an actual conversation.
Argument.
When logic gets brought in, more feelings, more just
they don't have
shaming, like laughing, like, oh, you're just so ignorant. Like, bro, just say something of substance. You said nothing the whole time.
You could
not
pay
with
them.
background checks. Like, you sound like a fucking not a mockingbird, like a fucking, was it parrot?
Yeah,
you're just parroting bullshit.
Literally, you could pay them, and they still wouldn't have a logical.
No, give them $1 million. Come up with a logical point.
No,
it won't happen.
These are personal attacks.
Look at how this dude looks. He looks like fucking Doc from Back to the Future. Look at his hair. Like, this dude is sitting here looking wild. Talking about that's why you're disregarded. That's why no one takes you serious. Like, who the fuck is looking at you and taking you serious?
You look like you stink.
Legit.
There's a group of women that were here, and they're wishing to withdraw consent to use the footage that you had, I guess, gotten. So
too late.
Can you please make sure that is done and make sure that any of the
you signed a contract. Take me to court.
We may or we may not use the footage. It is a public area, so we do have legal rights to use the footage.
But you interviewed them specifically, right?
Yep.
So
yes, and they gave us consent to interview them.
Well, now they're withdrawing it. So
take me to court.
That's not how it works, but
take me to court.
Which is interesting given the event that you're at, right?
Take me to court.
Like, that's a little bit contradictory.
I mean, it's a little bit contradictory. Well, I totally say that's not how it works.
How is it contradictory? They probably have like a grape rally type of shit, right?
Yeah.
Consent, right?
Yes.
If she's there not agreeing with you from jump, she's there not agreeing with you from jump. How is it ironic? It's not at all, because she's staying consistent the whole time. Just like you're being consistent too. Even though actually you're not, because these girls just said, yeah, you can interview me, and then probably lost the argument, and then said, no, you can't use that interview anymore. Like, who's really being inconsistent?
Legit, just like that new law they're trying to pass. Didn't you tell me or something? Like, when they say they now want to make it when you say no after you say yes.
Oh, yes,
do the whole thing.
Yes.
You can withdraw
consent afterwards and say it was great afterwards.
Sick.
Yeah.
They
tried to.
That's like the same
I don't know
shit.
I don't think that passed, but they tried to.
If that passed, I think it would be huge if that passed. But that's like the same shit.
Yeah.
Like, get the hell out of here.
That's how this country works.
You said yes.
You don't get to just bring your feelings into legal situations like that. You sign a contract, you give consent, you give verbal consent. if that's allowed there, I don't know. But whatever the law is, I'm sure they're abiding by it because they're not stupid because they deal with idiots like this on a daily basis.
Yeah, this is their job.
So you don't just get to say, I didn't like how that went, so no more consent.
Idiot. Turns out I look stupid. And I don't want to. So
like no, take me to court.
Sorry, bitch.
Take me to court.
Don't be stupid.
You can't just withdraw consent the next Well, that's interesting. Why is that interesting?
It's not interesting at all.
No. Tell me
like a rally for like rapists, consent and withdrawing consent, saying no means no.
All of this is really aggressive, really that is interesting considering the rally that you're at. How aggressive you guys are being towards a woman right now.
Because you look dumb. That's
Just because you look dumb.
And
that is the interesting part. You're all surrounding this bitch in mob mentality like you're about to fucking with pitchforks and shit because she disagrees.
Where's the one that wanted to withdraw consent? She's not even
exactly.
Again, this is bullshit. This bitch is pissing me off.
You sent your lynch mob to fucking all right, go after this chick who doesn't agree with you.
Get the signs
because she doesn't agree with you. That's
They're surrounding her.
Just because she doesn't agree with you, they're doing this.
Yep.
That is the interesting part, considering the fucking rally that you're at.
That's interesting.
That's the interesting part. These bitches are wild, bro.
They're saying no, and you're saying that
Okay, so if someone gives consent the night before, and then they have listen, if they have sex with a man and they give consent to him, then the next day decide, I regret it. I'm gonna report him for being a rapist, even though I gave him consent. You're saying that's okay?
So you're sounding a little bit like a 12-year-old because it's
no.
Is it on?
Oh my god.
So you're sounding like a bit of a 12-year-old. Okay, so I know where you stand. Get the fuck out of my face.
Yeah, just walk away.
I ain't even arguing with you.
You're gonna sit there on camera and make yourself look stupid. These people are gonna regret it if they ever mature and understand how the world works. When they look back on how they looked, they're gonna be like, damn, we were drunk. We were drunk with power.
Crazy.
We were drunk with entitlement, not even power.
Yeah.
This is New Hampshire. Trump in New Hampshire.
Oh shit.
Where we're from.
Where are they? Probably Concord or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's wild.
I have no idea. But all right, let's continue.
I want to get paid the same as a man, and I think you understand that. So if you become president, will a woman make the same as a man? And do I get to choose what I do with my body?
We saw this. Look, and then she does that. Yep. She thinks she's so cool.
You're going to make the same if you do as good a job.
Yeah, I was going to say that I feel like it's incredibly patronizing.
We saw that one before. And
makes me sick every time.
That bitch is cringeworthy.
She's like,
yep, she said
him. Like, no, bitch, you did nothing.
Like, cringe. Cringe. Let's see what this lady's talking about. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I was going to say that I feel like it's incredibly patronizing for you to paint these questions this way, especially as a white man. I don't expect you to be able to understand what people of color are actually saying with regards to cancel Colbert. He has a history of making jokes.
Sorry, being a white man doesn't prevent me from being able to think and doesn't prevent me from being able to have reasoned perspectives on things.
That's what we were talking about yesterday. I don't understand how just because they be like, okay, you are racist because of this, black people, you're racist against black people because you exist, because your ancestors, whatever the fuck this argument that they be using is.
Yeah.
If a white person says, well, that's not right, they say, well, you don't know, you're white, you're the oppressor. Like, no, I'm not the slave master, the oppressor, none of that. I just am thinking just like you, since neither one of us experienced slavery. Why can you give
opinion?
A logical opinion. Yeah, you didn't experience it either.
Yeah.
Like, they just think that because you're not a part of the group, you're not allowed to talk about it, you're not allowed to think about it. Fuck out of here. That's you trying to stop any challenge. That's you trying to forego any challenge on your beliefs. You just get to impose on the world. The world has to do this, but you do not get to question it.
Yeah, which in long term turns to no solution and
which in long term is fascism. Which in short term and long term is fascism.
Yep. And
that's not what happens in America. But they're really trying to make it seem like if you are not okay with their fascism, then you are a phobic, you're all these different things because you question.
Yep.
That's it, because you want to have a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it's
get out of here.
It's insane.
And maybe use that conversation even with what if they don't know? What if they are ignorant to the situation? You should still want to talk to them, right? You think that trying to force people in a free country is a better way to go about things rather than trying to have a conversation in a country with freedom of speech?
Yep.
It doesn't even make any sense. You're just going totally against what the country is, thinking that you're going to like have a pleasant operation in this country.
People just disregard freedom of speech. People
it doesn't
think
make
it's
any
like
sense.
Just not a thing.
Ridiculous, bro.
From being able to think and doesn't prevent me from being able to have reasoned perspectives on things. I didn't give up my right to be able to have an intellectual conversation.
White men are totally logical.
Well, white men definitely feel like they're entitled to talk over me. They definitely feel like they're entitled to kind of minimalize my experiences, and they definitely feel like they are somehow exempt and so logical compared to women who are painted as emotional.
Not that at all.
No one's minimalizing your experiences. No one's minimalizing your right to have an opinion. It's just a stupid opinion. I mean, it's a misunderstanding of what
you
satire is.
You just called my opinion stupid.
It is.
You just called my opinion stupid. That's incredibly unproductive. And I don't think I'm going to enact the labor of having to explain to you why that's incredibly offensive and patronizing.
Bitch, stop talking like that.
And patronizing.
I just told you I wouldn't enact that labor.
Okay. Thanks for being with us, Sui.
You've restarted. Fair enough. Bye, bitch.
So it's always let me talk. Let me say whatever I want. Oh, you say something that I disagree with? You are definitely a piece of shit, and I'm not even gonna waste time having this conversation. Okay.
I'm not doing that labor, whatever the fuck she
I'm not
said.
enacting the labor.
I'm not enacting into
If you don't get the fuck out of here with that shit, Sui.
Explaining to you.
Disgusting.
I just said I'm not doing that.
But you are talking on his show.
Okay, bye.
You're on his show talking about I'm not going to talk to you. You're on a talk show.
Peace out,
People just
Sui.
like are. But then she says white men are the ones who feel entitled.
And that's very patronizing.
This white man had you on the show.
For real. And let you speak. He's giving you your chance.
Trying to have a conversation. And you can't even have a conversation.
Can't do it.
But he's the entitled one. Mm-hmm. You don't feel the need to explain things, and you can say things but then not have anything to back it up, and that's not entitled. Like, get the fuck out of here.
For real.
Other people have to actually show logic. When white people come with shit, they have to do all this extra studying and stats and all this shit, because if you are any of these marginalized groups, any of these victim groups, you don't even have to have proof of what you're saying.
Facts, nothing.
You don't need nothing. No cited sources, no facts, no stats, no proof, no nothing.
Nope.
But when white people come with stacks and stacks and stacks of proof and cited sources and shit, they're like, oh, you're trying to make me look stupid. Like, no, I'm trying to have an actual productive conversation.
They don't care.
It's ridiculous. All this time, all these shows that show up with facts and stats, and these people still ain't taking the time to learn these learn facts and stats to go against it, because there's no logic to the situation
whatsoever.
Waste a line of questioning.
You've been with us, Sui.
You've restarted.
Let me
fair
just
enough.
stop you so you don't waste a line of questioning. I'm just giving you.
I love the mansplaining. I'm enjoying it.
Oh my God, I love that
the
word.
mansplaining that's going on.
What's
shaming? Again, another word, just a fake word created to shame men having an opinion. It's a fake word created to just shame men for having an opinion.
She said, I'm enjoying it.
I'm enjoying the mansplaining. Do you understand? You just started talking over him.
Legit, you just literally interrupted him.
You're a rude ass bitch. In all reality.
Straight up.
Who the fuck taught you manners?
Ugh.
Like, it doesn't make any sense. A man has to keep all these same chivalrous manners and treat you like you're being a fucking lady, right? You're being a woman, but then you want equal rights and shit. Like, bitch, which one is it? You're adding all these labels and shit. A man can't do what you do without it being shamed and called this and all these different names, but you want to be equal. Like, which fucking one is it?
You can tell.
You don't get special treatment
just by looking at her that she's very masculine.
Yes, and those are always the ones.
Yeah,
those are always the ones trying to challenge men, trying to go against men. Like, it's not. You're doing it for no reason. That man doesn't want to go against you. That man does not want to compete with you.
He's like, what are you talking about?
It's ridiculous. Men are not trying to compete with women. But women are trying so hard to compete with men, trying to tell men they're not worth it. No one needs them anymore. All this shit in a country that was created by men.
For real.
Everything was created by men. Everything you will get to enjoy today was created by men. 90%, probably 95%, probably 99% was created by men.
Mm-hmm.
Yet you just It's just fuck men. Fuck whatever men have to say, right? You don't even need men to have babies. You remember that bitch? That bitch said, a man is not needed to have babies. Then bitch, how are you doing it? What are you talking about?
Go have a baby, bitch.
Like, what are you trying to do?
Go have a baby with no man.
Makes no sense, bro. But yeah, men aren't needed to have babies yet. There's nothing but single women with kids calling men deadbeats and all this shit, right? If men aren't needed, then you should just expect them to be deadbeats and be like, yeah, okay, see you later.
Why are you trying
But instead, there's nothing but man shaming happening no matter what the situation is. But yeah, men aren't necessary though.
Nope.
But when men walk away from deadbeat, when real deadbeat piece of shits walk away from their families, you have a lot to say about it.
Yep.
It's weird because I thought they weren't necessary. It just doesn't make any sense, man. Anyway, let's keep going.
Talking me through how by not answering the question, by repeating processes which are not related to the question that I've asked.
What's mansplaining, Senator?
Well, it's the slightly patronising and condescending way that you're responding to my questions.
Well,
you're the one being She's the one being patronising and condescending.
Literally,
he was just talking.
Thanks so much. I'm enjoying it so much.
She's the only one being condescending and patronizing. It's so funny. She's projecting her ass off right now.
Yes.
Look at how she's looking at him like she's a fucking villain in a movie.
Yep, she's a dude.
She looks like a fucking villain. Like, I'm stabbing you through the head with a fucking pike right now. Like, goddamn.
Answering the question by repeating processes which are not related to the question that I've asked.
Who talks like that?
What's mansplaining, Senator?
Well, it's the slightly patronising and condescending way that you're responding to
what I'm doing to you right now.
I would suggest, Senator, that if you're putting the word man in front of some description of what I'm doing, you're doing that which I'm sure you're very much against, is making a sexist implication.
Exactly what I just said.
My role as
well,
a man.
then the easiest way to do it.
Is that what you're saying, Senator?
Well, what I'm saying is that the way you've been responding to me has been patronising and
you're the one doing that, though.
And I have responded to that. So the easiest way to deal with this is not to have that way in responding to the questions I've asked.
Imagine the reaction, Senator, if I said you were woman-splaining. You're saying that I'm mansplaining.
Well, it is a term that's used.
Is it by whom?
No, you made it up.
It's a term that's used.
By rude,
by
rude senators. By senators who are seeking to make gender an issue. Stop being a hypocrite. Conduct yourself appropriately for this place.
I'm sorry you're so offended by the use of the word. It is a word that's used.
You made a word up, bitch. Shut up.
You
know what else is a word that's used?
Try again.
You know what else is a word that's used? A fucking bunch of bullshit.
Legit.
Nigga is a word that's used. You're gonna say that too up there, bitch? Like, what are we talking about? You know when you're saying something patronizing and condescending.
For real. He said, conduct yourself like, bitch, better.
For real.
Conduct yourself with the
You're sitting here trying to compete with niggas,
respect,
bro. It's disgusting.
Bitch? Exactly. Disgusting.
I don't understand this whole women really trying to compete with niggas. Like, we could all get along. Men and women go together. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of sexuality and shit like that, we are made to go together.
Yes.
We are made
exactly
to go together.
At the end, how she was like, well, it is a word. Like, people use it, right? Like,
no, nice try,
now
bitch.
you're trying to backpedal. You shouldn't have even...
Nice fucking try. Let's see if there's anything else being said. I don't think there is. Like 2 seconds left.
I'm surprised that you're so shocked by the use of the word.
No, I'm just calling hypocrisy. Hypocrisy. Thy name is Labor. Thy name is Senator Gallagher.
Yo, bro. That bitch was definitely like you said, super manly and
very masculine.
Can get the fuck out of here with that
straight
shit.
up.
Oh my god, man, that was like, I like that. That was a good video.
Yeah, it was.
I had a good time reacting to that.
Me too.
This channel's very good. SJW Central.
Yeah, they have a couple. They got more compilations for us.
They have a bunch of these, so we're gonna be going through these a lot because I get my shit off, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get my shit off. I was triggered by a lot of those,
straight
bro.
up.
So yeah, appreciate you guys for tuning in.
Yes.
Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can be notified whenever we drop.
Flawd's booty.
Make sure you join that Discord, Zillaville Discord.
Yes.
We got a Patreon. We got YouTube membership. We got some merch out there. We got a lot, man.
Hell
if you're a company and you're trying to advertise with us, hit me up, flawd.biz@gmail.com. We officially taking sponsorships. Appreciate you guys.
Hell yeah.
Remember to always stay flawed. Don't you dare try to play flawed. And if you see me in the streets, then you better say,
hey, Flawd.
Go to sleep at night. I had a dream that I could do my thing, and everywhere I went the people knew my name. Some people hated on the truth I bring, but now I use the hating just to fuel my plane. I had a dream that I could do my thing, and everywhere I went the people knew my name. Some people hated on the truth I bring, but now I use the hating just to fuel my plane.